Okay, we're going to get started. Appreciate you coming on as always. What I want to kind of discuss is, really what type of game plan and strategy you should have in place for the holiday season when it comes to Facebook and LinkedIn. And, one of the challenges, obviously, is time. We're all busy. Maybe we're traveling. Unfortunately, it's the best of times, it's the worst of times, right? But I think what I want to get across is that one of the facts out there is that pretty much between 12/21 and 1/3, January 3rd, social media's traffic is at an all-time high. And you kind of think why? Well, the kids are off from school. Most people are taking vacations. The people at work, I'm sure, in the insurance business, obviously we're incredibly busy with January 1 renewals and whatnot. But in general, most people, they're wrapping up. There's a lot of downtime. There's parties. So long story short, if you look at the last 7 years of social media traffic, this time period brings the highest traffic volume of the year. From your perspective and from my perspective as well, it's kind of like, well, how do we take advantage of it? And I think there's two things to really focus on that you can take advantage of. One, this is a great time to grow your social media presence. Hopefully all year you have a system in place where you are growing your LinkedIn connections and your Facebook connections. But, from a Facebook perspective, this is a great time to use the invite friend tool. You will get a pretty high conversion ratio. Usually the conversion ratio is about 30%. I find that I usually, just to kind of rewind, on Facebook, you have this business page, and there's a button that lets you invite all of the people you're personally connected to that page. Now, you really can only invite the people once, I believe, but what I usually do is I don't do it the whole fourth quarter, and I wait till this week, and kind of all the new people I've connected with, I'll invite them, and I get a really good turnaround of maybe 50-60% of those people become fans of my page, just because they have the time to process what I just sent them and usually execute it. So, I guess my point is it's not just about posting on social media, it's about growing your distribution as well. And there's so many people that, have the time or fooling around or sitting on the couch with the iPad, they just got for Christmas or whatever. This is a good time to try to grow your presence. Of course, it's also an incredible time to post. That being said, there's some challenges when it comes to posting. You don't have people in their normal mindset. A lot of people are kind of stressed out. A lot of people are kind of moving 1,000 miles an hour. So what I try to tell all of my consulting clients is I say, step one is to kind of figure out what your marketing strategy is going to be over these 2-3 weeks. Pick out a service that you want to promote. And then the next step, which is really the most important, is I always say think about the scenario that's occurring in people's lives right now that's going to lead them towards that service, right? So, with insurance, there's a lot of different scenarios for a lot of different products. And everyone's scenario is different, but if we use life insurance as an example, usually something happens in someone's life that makes them say, okay, now is the time to get life insurance. There's just no way around it. Whether they're having a kid, they've started, a new venture, there's a lot of, assets to protect, whatever, buying a house. So I think, I don't want to just focus on life insurance, but I think what I want to get you guys away from is thinking that, okay, Ken's telling me this is a good time to post. That means I'm going to solicit. I'm going to tell people I can save them money. I can do all this. No. That's bad. Okay, you want to stay away from that. I'm just telling you that there's a high percentage of traffic during this week. And posting things that are going to help you, it's tricky. Social media is kind of like in year 12 now. You have to have a polished posting strategy. You have to really think outside the box to some extent. So I'm telling you that the foundation is obviously to come up with, you know what, guys? Hold on one second. Sorry about that. There was a ringing in the office. Okay. So what I was kind of saying is that, you have to think about what type of scenario is going on in these people's minds. One thing we can all kind of assume is that a lot of families have gathered together during these weeks. They're gossiping, they're chatting about their lives, they're chatting about their problems. They're kind of saying, okay, well, this is what you have to do next year so that you don't have this problem. So what we want to do as consultants, as experts, is we want to kind of project ourselves to be the gurus, to be the people that can solve these life problems. Obviously, the solution is some sort of service that we're an expert in, whether it's, a financial solution, an insurance solution, whatever. So I guess where I'm going is, and I don't like to ramble, step one, figure out a pressure point, okay? Figure out things in people's minds that when that pressure point is hit, they go, oh yeah, I need that. I need help. Once you can figure that out, now you start to post things that kind of project you to be the expert. You don't say, hey, I can get you the cheapest life insurance. You kind of say, maybe you tell a story. This year we had 5 people that were buying new houses, and they were concerned about their mortgage and what happens if they died. What would happen to their family? We took them down a path, understood their situation, and we're able to secure that mortgage with risk management, whatever. So my point is that's the type of posts I think you want to go with. You don't want to be posting 10 times a day. You want to be posting once or twice. But again, the key, traffic is high during this period. Utilize that time to get more connections, to post content. You probably are not going to get impulsive leads that minute. As the year goes on, over the next few months, you've just started to plant the seeds, and there's a good chance people really paid attention to you during that week. Again, the hard part in the whole process is really just finding the time yourself to do this stuff, because obviously you're going to be very busy with year-end stuff. You're going to be very busy with your own family and whatnot. So today was pretty short. I just wanted to kind of keep it quick, but I think, again, the key is get into this mindset that starting next week, traffic is going to be very high for social media, all-time high of the year. This is a time to take advantage of it. Appreciate your time as always, and I'll talk to everyone soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.